why you want to do this and why you feel the need.
Yeah, what we've seen in our history classes across the state is that the Bible's been removed. We looked at this from a perspective of looking at our standards, look at what was being taught in our schools, and we noticed that the Bible was missing when you talked about things like we're endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. When you look at the Declaration of Independence and Thomas Jefferson's words there, when you look at Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from a Birmingham jail where he references the Apostle Paul, you've got to have the historical context of they're referencing the Bible. And we had seen it taken out of so many of our schools. So we are going to make sure that what we're going to see in our schools is a full understanding of history, that is the historical impact the Bible had, so our kids can really understand American history and so that they can really use that to guide them moving forward in their life.
Why not the Torah or anything else along those lines?
Yeah, well, look, we're looking at what's historically accurate. So we're going to look at, when you go back through our founding, what books were used. So there's a lot of citations to Deuteronomy there by our founding fathers in the Constitutional Convention, the Federalist Papers. So yeah, it just depends on historically what were they referencing. So yeah, a lot of it will be the Bible and the Old Testament. Absolutely.
You talk about standards. I was looking today at where the state of Oklahoma is right now, Ryan, compared to the rest of the country. U.S. News and World Report ranking, which is one of the gold standards for ranking education across this country, says Oklahoma is 49th in pre-K to 12th grade among, of course, the 50 states. The Department of Education says only 16% of students in your state are at or above proficiency in math, only 21% at or above proficiency in reading. Why focus on the Bible, Ryan, when it looks like that students all across your state clearly need help and should have the attention focused elsewhere?
Yeah, let me be crystal clear. The teachers' unions and the Democrats controlled our schools for years till I came into office a year ago, and we are moving forward with the most aggressive education agenda in the country. We're seeing record growth in our schools in this past year, so we're very excited to move academics forward and to make our students successful there. But I'm going to tell you, number two, our schools are here, our education system is here to produce good citizens also that understand American history, understand what makes America exceptional, and part of that story is the Bible.
Does this move the needle on making sure that students are more proficient in math, reading, and make sure Oklahoma fits with the rest of the nation?
Absolutely, and especially academically proficient in history, which we've seen record low scores nationally. Our kids have to understand our history. Our kids have to be held to high academic standards in our schools. That's what we're bringing in by throwing the teachers' unions out, putting parents in charge, and being historically accurate here. And so we're not going to allow the left to continue to drive this narrative into our schools.
I think the left and the right would both love to see students perform at the highest level possible. So I'm not sure that's political. But let me ask you on the Department of Education. There are Republicans who want the Department of Education to go away, for example. Nan Hayworth is sitting here agreeing, and we can have the political talk on whether that should happen. But I wonder if Donald Trump becomes president again, Ryan, if you think that his Department of Education should mandate this nationwide, perhaps maybe tie federal dollars to it.
Absolutely. Look, President Trump has been crystal clear. The Department of Education is going to go away upon his reelection. That is absolutely the right move. Absolutely, this should be a directive for all states. The Bible should be included in curriculum. President Trump, frankly, has laid out the path for us to do this. Not only
so did he let you down in the last administration by not doing it?
Hey, look, President Trump was moving lightning speed in that administration. Look at the 1776 commission he put together to help guide schools back to going back to an emphasis on our founding and those documents and those principles. So he was moving us in that direction, absolutely. And now with the Supreme Court justices, we actually have a court that will uphold the Constitution as it was written as originalist. So if we get sued by the ACLU or all these other left-wing groups, we're going to be successful on this.
Ryan Walters, the top educator in the state of Oklahoma. We know you are in the headlines, and we appreciate you taking the time to join us here on The Hill. Thank you.